If you haven't noticed, communities and subscription-based services are all the rage right now, and everyone's doing it, and you should be too. So, actually, first, because I love to debunk a lot of myths, let's talk about how to make sure yours is hot and if you even need to be doing it in your business. Cool? Let's get into it. I'm Sally Arias. I'm the founder of the Grown Ass Business Method, which is all about giving you the no BS truth for growing and ultimately scaling your business with ease. All right, communities. Number one, why are they so hot right now? Why does everybody have a Substack or a subscription-based anything or a community, whether it's on School, Circle, pick your platform? Everybody has one. Everybody's coming up with one. Simple answer: recurring revenue. All the coaches are saying it. If you're talking to investment bankers or VCs, they're looking at it. And honestly, if you were talking to your business partner or looking at your books, on paper, you want to see that recurring revenue. It makes you feel stable and secure and safe about the growth and health of your business. So it is not a bad idea to have some kind of recurring revenue in your business, right? If not, you have to think of other ways to retain your clients. You have to think of other ways of expanding the lifetime value of a client. So it is one of the easiest levers to pull if you want retaining revenue in your business. If this is the right model for you, please don't just go and do what everyone's doing and just start a community and hope for the best. Let's break down how to do it well and how to keep it hot so that your community actually does do the thing it's meant to do, which is hopefully, number one, deliver on your result. And then number two, create recurring revenue for your business. All right. Part one, why do most communities fail to retain in the first place? Well, are you delivering on your promise? Look, the truth is my time is my most valuable asset. And if I am in any subscription that is taking up my time, whether it be a Substack, a podcast, a news outlet, a community on any of the many platforms I could be on, if they are taking my time to get in there and engage, and I'm not getting anything back and it's not moving the needle for me, you better believe that when I see that fee on my credit card and I'm thinking, why did I do that? I'm going to remove myself from the subscription or the community. So, number one, make sure that your community is delivering a promised result. Are you delivering value? Whatever it is that you said that you would do, are you doing it? If you have set certain guidelines and expectations for what someone's going to get from that community, are people actually getting it? In my advanced community called the Grown Ass Business CEO, or GAB CEO for short, we have this running joke that I created an accidental community because I have a bunch of people in my world who are getting their needs met. So it's become this very supportive community of people who are all very, very serious about scaling their businesses, doing the focused, serious work that they need to do, and they're doing it together. It's like you're running a marathon with someone next to you who you respect and you honor because they're training and running a marathon with you, and that's a hard thing to do, right? The community works because there is nothing like a human who is getting their needs met. So if you are in a community where your expectations are being met, you are being served on, you are being supported, you are being delivered to, you are seeing the results, then suddenly you are more willing to be active and engaged and giving of your time in that community, therefore making the whole community a much more valuable experience for everyone. So number one, are you meeting the needs of your community members? Are they excited to be there? Do they feel like whatever it was that they were expecting, they got? And therefore, that has them show up and make the community more valuable. That's number one. Number two, have you defined or created your unique vibe or flavor of this community? So much so that people know in this community what goes and what doesn't go. It's almost like being a part of a membership club and knowing how to dress for every single event, right? Have you defined the vibe so much so that people know what to expect, they know how to show up, and it's a vibe that they, well, vibe with? In my community, for example, all of our sessions are naturally, because everyone is so openly active, a lot of people are on camera and on mic. They're not muted. They're very active and engaged and speak up, ask questions. The conversations are lively, and they help each other out too when so needed. There are other communities where there are strict rules about the leader being the person that everybody listens to, reveres, waits for their turn. All is good, but is the vibe and the culture of the community clear? And does it align with the people that you want to attract? That's number 2. Number 3, create a level of engagement. How can you make sure that your people are in there and engaging with you and each other? If they start engaging with each other, they start to build bonds with other people in the community, not just with you and your content and your offerings, but they start to engage with others and then enjoy being in the company of this community that got created. So, what are you doing to create some ritualistic, gamified ways of getting people to engage? For example, there is one particular platform that I use and I've used for a long time, and now it's very popular. It's called School, but it actually has this badge system where if the more people are engaging on each other's posts, the more points you get on a badge. You could play with a system like this and gamify the process and even give people prizes for reaching certain badges. Maybe something that people really want: more private time with you, extra eyes on of an expert opinion on their business or their product or whatever it is they're doing. What is something that they would really want? Make it a prize and give it away to people when they have actually engaged. Something that we do in my community is every quarter we play some kind of challenge to get people to play the game. There is always a cash prize at the end, and it gets everybody more engaged in the activity and the thing that we're all doing together. So while there are a lot of cool platforms out there, and I just mentioned School, it's not really about the platform and the tech. It is ultimately about engagement. Number 3, do you have a community leader? And if you don't have someone on staff who is a community leader, do you have somebody who just loves empowering others, cheering people on? Do you have somebody that you could turn into a leader of your community and become a moderator for you? A lot of times, what I notice in my community is there's one particular person who is very funny. When she goes off mute, it somehow gives everybody else in the room permission to then go off mute, ask their questions, answer the questions that are being prompted of them, say their jokes, share their quips, what have you. If she's not at those sessions, it takes a little more effort to get the vibe up in the room. Do you have someone like that? And if so, have you considered making them a community moderator or manager and letting them in there for free, for example, because the vibe and what they create is so valuable and important? Creating leaders in the community that lift everyone up and make everyone feel good, and then it's not all on you as the business owner to create that vibe every single day and every single time that you have a virtual event, let's say, is going to be a major blessing and value add to your community. And number 4, I would say look beyond the numbers in the beginning, at least, of your community. It's not about more members necessarily. It's about creating such an active, vibrant, engaged community. If you can do that, then those people will begin to talk about their experience in your community or in your subscription, what have you, and they will bring their people to you. So don't worry so much about the sell machine and get a certain number in fast in the beginning. If you are actually doing all the things that we said above, having their needs met, so meeting their needs, meeting their expectations, creating a vibe that they vibe with, and creating easy ways of engaging with each other and gamifying the process. If you are doing all of that, those people will eventually go and talk to their people. The only communities that I'm a member of because somebody I love and trust told me about that community and vouched for it. Many of my clients come into my community programs because somebody told them how great it was and how much attention they get and how supported they feel. So trust me, this is a growth strategy to do a great job, deliver, meet people's expectations, create a vibe, create engagement. You will be surprised. That goes without saying. If you're just starting a community to start a community, even if you have an audience, if you're just turning on the community button and hoping for recurring revenue, you will burn out your audience. They won't be happy with you, and they will leave anyway. So if this is something that you're planning to do or add in your business, do it in excellence. I feel like I say that all the time, but you can do this in excellence. You really can. And ultimately, what you'll be doing is creating something that is needed in the world anyway. A lot of your customers and clients are now craving connection, craving intimacy, craving more of you. But I notice in my communities that the people become friends and love hanging out with each other. We're all craving a sense of community and belonging with people who are like us. So you are, if you do this well, doing a service to your clients and ultimately to your bottom line. Let me know what you think and how it goes.